Why, good evening, everybody. What's going on? What's up, R. Dominic, Satellite, Ms. Roy, Arcane? Hi, everybody. Happy Saturday. I hope you're all doing well. I apologize for my tardiness. I was, frankly, just enjoying a little quiet repose this evening. Also, I wanted to take the time to actually mix something up to bring to stream tonight. And it's good, too. Quite good. Doing well, a bit tired, but good. Our Dominic, you made it a whole week. I'm proud of you. Your fortitude is held out. This is frustrating. The game I expected to like the most in UFO 50, while quite good, is laden with some real boneheaded design choices that leave it a little unpleasant to actually play. Is it just straight bad design choices, or are they like retro design choices? Excuse me. I'm gonna go ahead and warn y'all up front. My cough is gonna be really annoying tonight, okay? I am pretty much over my cold or whatever it was, but the cough is in full swing, and it's just gonna be super irritating. Good evening, Eva. Good to see you. No, I'm gonna say bad. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, that's a shame. I am sorry to hear that. I have also been gaming. I have been waiting all week to get back into Satisfactory in earnest, and oh boy, did I ever. I basically had Satisfactory running almost all day, and I just kept coming back to it in between the other things that I needed to do, and I made a ton of progress. Like, I finished one entire tier of the space elevator. You've been killing space Nazis, an excellent use of your time. Glad to hear it. Super R-Type is the most immediate comparison. I think you know what that means. I think I do know what that means, and that is unfortunate. That is very unfortunate indeed. So, for those of you familiar with Satisfactory, I just unlocked oil. So that's a whole big thing that I'm about to embark upon. And I'm also like... I'm trying to decide if I want to build a whole new factory or not, because my current factory, as I'm sure y'all would assume readily, is just garbage. It is terrible. It's functional, but oh my god, it is unlivable. It is just this inhuman tangle of machinery and conveyor belts and storage containers and oil can? Oil can what? Just finished the level after Anuit City. Nice, nice. Anuit City was always, like, in Dark Forces, Anuit City was always the sticking point for me because it's not a particularly fun level, and I found it very stressful as a kid because the Dianaga scared the shit out of me. But after that is a lot of good stuff. A whole lot of good stuff. Like, that whole game is just fantastic. It's super fun. Uses all your blaster ammo, yeah. Return checkpoint, you lose a life is a perfectly good classic shmup design. You kind of got to remember to include the checkpoints and lives. Yeah, certainly. I contend that what the game calls one-ups behave more like continues traditionally do, and so should be counted as such. But yeah, I am deeply immersed in Satisfactory. Almost nothing can pull me out. I did take a few breaks from it to play some Nova Drift today and try some really goofy builds. Good evening, Shadows. Good to see you playing the first Megami Tensei. Got through the first dungeon. Been massive mood to play the Team Eco games. Oh. Interesting. Interesting. Super... the Super Famicom remake of the first Megami Tensei. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be doing much of anything besides Satisfactory in my free time. I am thoroughly consumed by this. I'm enjoying everything about it. And I will happily spend like half a dozen hours just redesigning an entire production layout and making no actual progress because I'm laying the groundwork for like future stuff. Why are the different pinball modes so intense? Oh, we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about this. There's quite a bit of pinball laid before us, laid at our feet. Whether any of it's any good is another thing, but there's plenty that we are faced with. So, what say, chat? Just a super pinball ... Mentioned it last night, but Pinball Dreams, the first game by DICE, is in the Battlefield devs. That's pretty neat. Everybody's got to start somewhere, right? And Pinball Dreams. Well, that's this page covered. It might be kind of hard to tell from the layout, but there's this is basically a feature on 2 pinball games: Super Pinball by American Technos and Pinball Dreams by Game Tech. And now they've been requested, so we will check them out. But before we do that, let me get into the reminders and such, kind of important for tonight. I don't need to remind you all about Community Night anymore because the vote for that ended yesterday. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Spyro 2 won, if I remember correctly. And if that is the case, we are going to be playing Spyro 2 next Friday, the final Friday of September, before Spooktober starts. Your nomination. Good. You can answer a question for me then. You can answer the obvious question. Why Spyro 2 and not 1? Is there a significant difference between the two? Never played Battlefield 1942 because I was playing the armor prototype Operation Flashpoint. It was really fun. Spyro 1 is fun but very basic. 2 has more Metroidvania elements and a more developed game. Works for me. That's all I need to hear. So yeah, Spyro 2 next week, chat. Yeah, schedule-wise. This is it for this week. There's gonna be no stream tomorrow night because, of course, y'all know, I don't have to remind you, I don't stream on Sundays. Monday we will be back on Supraland. And we'll be playing that. We'll be playing as much Superland as we need to finish it. I am under the impression that I've been going through it at a pretty rapid clip, but I still can't be sure how much more is left in it. Thursday, we'll be back here on the magazine. Saturday as well. But next Friday will be Community Night, and it will be Spyro 2. Good evening, Manic. Odge doesn't stream on Sundays except when he does. Except never. I never stream on Sundays. It is verboten. It is taboo. It is against regulations. 2 has a quality of life feature. Lets your Firefly point towards the last couple gems in a level. Makes it infinitely more fun than the first. Oh, if you're trying to do completionist stuff. Strongly doubt we're going to not understand the deeply intricate story leading to Spyro 2. Okay. Last thing I have to remind you about before we crack into the magazine proper. Spooktober. Nominations. Excuse me. Tonight is the last night for them. This is it. This is the grand finale. The last gasp, the last hurrah, the curtain call. If you have any other input to give on Spooktober game selections, do it tonight. Because I am shutting that shit down at the end of this stream. If you want to review the conversations had in our next game channel, or see links to all the games that have been requested so far in the Spook Gallery, do it now. Do it now and get in any final requests while you have the chance. Because I am going to get right to nailing down a schedule. Oh yeah, I tried the Oreo Coke. Yep, tastes like Oreos. America, I'm not upset, I'm just disappointed. I want to try the Coke Oreos, more beer back in my request. Sounds good. Good evening, Peach. Good to see you. If you're still there, you just did say be right back. But hi. Hello. So yeah. With that said, chat, we shall return to the magazine. I mean, we are already 50 whole pages into this beast. I think we've done the majority of the Super Nintendo games at this point. We've reached the first special feature of the magazine, which happens to be Flipper Frenzy. Don't worry, if pinball is not your thing, it's just these 2 pages. I'm not 100% sure why they decided to call this a special feature and not just give Super Pinball 1 page and Pinball Dreams another, but they did. The crowds have been calling for a Super NES pinball game, and now their cries have been answered twice. Both Super Pinball and Pinball Dreams bring all the flashing lights and ringing bells of pinball game into your home with the help of the Super NES. You can choose from several types of pinball games, all of them easy to play but challenging to master. Each game treats pinball differently, so pick your favorite and start flipping. No quarters necessary. It's true, there's a whole 7 tables to talk about. Special feature equals we have 2 pages to fill? Exactly, yeah. Because neither Rob nor George can come up with more copy than this for both pinball games combined, yeah. Alright, Super Pinball is from American Technos. 3 different tables, played from a unique perspective, allows you to see the entire playfield of one. This is one of the great challenges of pinball games, chat, and I'm not sure y'all are aware of this. But pinball is a very long game. Pinball is played on a table that is a fair bit longer than it is wide. And that can present problems when playing it on a display that is not taller than it is wide. And there's been a lot of interesting approaches to that, and you can kind of see here, like the upper tables here for Super Pinball, Jolly Joker, Blackbeard, and Iron Man, and Wizard, they give you kind of a, like an angled, like 3/4 perspective on the table, so that they can technically fit everything in. It's just a little compressed, is all, by way of perspective. Whereas Pinball Dreams on the bottom is just a straight top-down perspective, and it looks like there's going to be a lot of scrolling to keep up with the ball. If you played any of the Pinball FX games, they have a load of camera options. I think they've seriously got like 5 or 6 different camera modes that you can use for each table, and they include approaches like Super Pinballs, approaches like Pinball Dreams, ones where you have like split scrolling and just all kinds of stuff. It's crazy. Because there is really no best way to do it on a conventional monitor. Somebody mentioned, yes, Mizroy mentioned, it weirdly works well on cell phones as it can go long. Yes, your cell phone screen, upright, is much closer to the actual proportions of a real pinball table. But yeah, it's an interesting challenge when trying to adapt pinball to a digital medium. Considering Tina's been streaming pinball for like 2 years, yeah, I can believe it. Is he still working on it? I haven't been able to catch one of his streams in a long time. Oh my god, dude. Well, I mean, props to him for keeping up with the bit, but Jesus. That was an impressive commitment. Sonic Spinball is obviously the best pinball presentation method. Just focus on Sonic. If all pinball games just focused on Sonic, everything would be fine. Also, good evening to Hey, good to see you. Spin my main monitor is nice for pinball, but I don't do it often. I think I can actually vertically orient this one I should do that for shmups that support it. I think the thing is, there's just not many shmups that actually support it. I know Ikaruga does, but outside of that... See, my 4x3 superior hot take is not extreme, it's compromise. I actually want one-to-one displays for fairness to verticals. It's the compromise, I see. I get it, I get it. He's at 6 games completed out of 23. My God. Jesus. One-to-one pinball displays, pinball machine. Sit on the wall. So see that LGR video about a monitor where you can twist the screen around and change the aspect ratio vertical without moving the stand? It looks legit rad as hell. I think that's more and more common these days. I haven't seen that, but it doesn't seem so unusual to me. My monitor might actually do that. I know it's got a big round mounting on the back that I've never really messed with. Wish my monitor could rotate easy, yeah. And I mean, if you put it on an arm, like, then you can do anything you want with it. Got dual Visa desk mount, nice. Nice. So let's see, what do we got here? All right, for Super Pinball, 3 tables, we got Jolly Joker, easiest of the 3, takes 60 million points to beat it. Oh, you can actually beat these tables in whatever the challenge game is. Aim for the mystery ramp to increase your score quickly. Blackbeard and Iron Man is a medium challenge for pinball fans. Take 120 million to win the challenge. Spell gold, shoot for the bonus. Wizard is a very challenging game, not for the faint at heart. The playfield is fairly wide open. If you hit the ball too hard, it may come back before you can catch it. Pinball with a goal. I mean, I guess point targets to technically beat it. Meanwhile, over in Pinball Dreams by Game Tech, 4 tables. Games are played from a top viewpoint. The screen scrolls to keep the ball in view. And you have several options on top of that. All right, first table is Ignition. Space travel is the theme. Ball moves like a rocket, hitting the drop targets in the upper corners, lights up the letters. Steel Wheel plays alongside an Old West theme. Hit the ball into the side slots on either side to raise your score and gain extra balls. Beatbox has great musical soundtrack that changes every time you hit the ball. Music is almost more fun than the scoring in this game. Interesting. Playfield is very short. Weird. And Nightmare. It's just like the name implies. Scary. Sharp angles, wide open playing field, send the ball flying anywhere on the screen. Good luck. You'll need it. Oh, I know. Digital pinball games tend to be hard AF. So let's do our cursory tour of these, chat. I do love pinball. Pinball was always my favorite thing to do in the arcade. Every Friday, me and my parents would go to the mall. We'd have dinner. They'd give me my allowance. And I would take my allowance to the comic book store and buy comic books and cards. And then I'd always save, I think, $2. And I'd take that to the arcade. And I'd spend half of that on pinball games and the other half on just stuff. Just random whatever. As a kid, I thought I hated pinball because the only pinball I had exposure to was janky-ass GBA Portasonic Spinball. Yeah, that won't make you love pinball. Actual pinball tables will make you love pinball. You really have to experience a physical pinball table. I can't imagine. Huh. Super Pinball Behind the Mask. Interesting. I can't imagine anyone falling in love with pinball just based off of digital versions. You really kind of have to experience a machine. Intense already. Alright, so what do we got? Jesus Christ, this is a hell of a menu. Does exit just take you back to the attract mode? That's weird. Competition, conquest. Nobody can beat me. Well, let's see. Let's see about that. I guess exit takes it back to the attract mode, yeah. Alright, so I'm the Jolly Joker. Let's begin. Forbidden Door at 60 million. I guess you don't get to pick your table in conquest mode. Skill shot. I got 1,000,000 points. We're well on our way. Mystery! 210,000. Oh my god. I'm out of there like a fucking rocket. Alright, let's see if I can hit that flashing one. Not quite. Oh, there we go. Sweet. Mystery! That is so weird. It ejects the ball so hard that it almost goes like all the way up another ramp. Damn. Kinda hard to hit. There we go. Give me that mystery. Mystery! Feels like you'd be in the break room, the horror Las Vegas game idea. So, initial impressions, this looks really good. Like, it's definitely a good-looking game. Very simple table. I'm not surprised since they have to cram the entire table just onto one screen. I guess if anything, it's kind of impressive that they managed to get, what, 4 ramps on this? Like, that's something. Hey, double bonus. 4 ramps on this thing. I've only been able to hit 1. It is no Addams Family table, but I mean, what is? What is really? My favorite pinball table of all time, hands down, is Twilight Zone. I love Twilight Zone. It is one of the most incredible tables I have ever experienced. It is good stuff. But Addams Family could easily be a close second. Twilight Zone just has amazing gimmick. It really, really does. Oh, get up there. Oh, shit. Fairly composer for this works on Yakuza 7 and a lot of Sonic games. What makes a pinball table great? Don't be sloppy or I'll win for sure. To me, a great pinball table needs 2 things. It needs interesting gimmicks. It needs some kind of variety to it. And it needs to not have really, like, nasty design. Because some pinball tables, the way they are designed, like, every time the ball comes down off a particular ramp or something, it goes like that. Like that. You don't want a ball coming off a ramp and going, like, straight down the gutter. Because you're going to lose a ton of plays to that. You want a table where it is not unreasonable to keep the ball in play. Like, Twilight Zone and Addams Family were both pretty good about that. I remember playing tables like... Oh, man. I want to say, like, the Super Mario table is, for the most part, pretty fun, but kind of hard to keep the ball in play because of the way the bumpers are set up. Oh, that's horrifying. It's that motherfucker from the Hex. Oh, I got multi-ball. Two-ball multi-ball. Shoot Joker! Batman would object. Ah, shit! Ah, damn it. I was trying to save it so I could actually take a shot at that ramp, but... You gotta say Pinbot? Pinbot's a classic. Pinbot's an all-time great. For sure. Like Theater Magic. Theater Magic's a really good one too. Theater Magic has some really cool... The whole, like, puzzle box gimmick to that one is really, really neat. Bram Stoker's Dracula is one that's like, it's not a great table. It's really hard to keep the ball in play on that one, but it has a super cool gimmick. It's multi-ball. When you lock 2 balls from multi-ball, it does this magnetic trick where it magnetizes both the balls and makes them stick together as a magnet under the table carries them from like left to right. It's really, really cool. Here's what your favorite virtual pinball is. It'd be one of the Pinball FX tables. That's the virtual pinball I've spent the most time with. What a pity. Come back later. Try again. No, I don't think so. Honestly, like, Pinball FX has an older table called like Journey to the Deep or something. It's an underwater themed one. All right, I don't know how to get back to the main menu, so I'm gonna reset that. But I always really liked that table. That was of all the Pinball FX tables, I think that was the one I was the best at. I really enjoyed the gimmicks on that. All right, let's just do competition, I guess. All right, here I can choose tables. I like the GBA Pokemon pinball game.
Get ready.
Outside of Pinball FX, I don't have a ton of experience with virtual pinball. Really just, wow, the skill shot is exactly the same. Really just Kirby's Pinball Land and Sonic Spinball. And I think between the two, you can guess which one I'm gonna go to bat for. All right, so right away, the tables are very similar. Central drop targets, repeatable ramps along the side.
Get ready.
Plugged it into the Game Boy player on GameCube at a rumble support. Oh, that's neat. Don't move. Freeze. Yeah, I don't think I like this table. Is there any way to tilt the table? Oh my god, dude.
Get ready.
Also, why is this one called Blackbeard and Iron Men? What makes them so irony? Ah, there it is. Yeah, there is a tilt button. Very minor though. Who are the Iron Men? Fucked if I know, man. I have no idea. Only 2 bumpers up there is kind of sad too. Like you really kind of need at least 3 for a proper like bumper forest. Seems like the drop targets were hiding their own little ramp in there, which is kind of cool. There we go. Tony Stark and Rhodey have to do with Edward Teach. Sounds like something that would happen in One Piece. Thunder! 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 Blackbeard's Cave! I already did this. 5 million! I love it. Classic Avalon Hill board game from the 70s was named Wooden Ships and Iron Men. There's maybe a quote from elsewhere. Oh, okay. Thanks for the context, Dave. Okay, while having like that little loop in the center is cool, the ball fucking rockets out of there, which is extremely dangerous. Also, there's like a sub-ramp up there that's really hard to hit. Good evening, Deep Thought. Good to see you. See, that thing, like, before I'd even let go of the flipper button, it was back down there. Music doesn't even feel piratey. Piratical, and that is a crime. Ah, there we go. Add a letter to gold. It is Pirate Man's. Hello, I am Pirate Man's. Look into my eyes for multi-ball! Behold my balls in despair. My biggest weakness as a pinball player is I am terrible at multi-ball. I am really, really bad at multi-ball. It is the reason I am not a true pinball wizard, just an enthusiast. Oh my god, dude. Ha-hoo, 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 ha. Well, I got 32 million on this table. Probably looks at you lustily, and next thing you know, you have 2 balls in front of you.
Wanna try again?
I've watched a movie like that. Alright, let's try the last table on here, to say we have. Wooden ships commanded by men with iron heads defeat iron ships commanded by men with wooden heads. Ah, that's cute. Like that. Alright, it's wizard time. The wizarding world of pinball.
Get ready.
Get ready. Yep, this looks... I mean, this is the same skulls, man! It's all the same skulls! Push the button, get a million. Who gives a fuck? Also, none of these tables have extra flippers. Oh my god, did you see that? Because I didn't. I hit the flipper and it was just oh! Actually, no, I take it back. My favorite digital pinball table. I don't think it's Into the Deep or whatever that one is. I think it's Paranormal. I think it's Pinball FX's Paranormal. I really like that table. It's super cool. Oh, Space Cadet Pinball is a classic. Absolute classic. Limbo. How low can you go? Jesus. Yeah, the music in this game is not particularly inspiring. I will say that. So here, this table has 3 bumpers, but for whatever reason, the way they're orientated, the ball is not particularly inclined to bounce off of them. And that is also very sad. There are a few things in life, chat, that are as gratifying as knocking a ball up into a bumper forest and it just staying up there for like a full minute. Just going hog wild. Feels so good. Music sounds like it's from Enya. Yeah, look at that. 2 bumps. 2 bumps and down the drain. That's all you get.
Get ready.
Get ready. Sonic's Pinball sucks. On Pinball Party on GBA is legit pretty fun. Wish I had those as a kid. Skill shot. Oh, 3 million. Hot damn. But yeah, all of these tables are functionally the same. They have like 1 or 2 left ramps, 1 or 2 right ramps. They have a loop somewhere. They have drop targets down in front. They have something that will add letters to the title. The drop targets will increase your multiplier. Like it's all very standard.
Wanna
So,
try again?
aesthetically, like this game looks fine. I think it's a rather pretty pinball game. But yeah, you've got 3 tables and they're all kind of basically the same thing. It's not much to look at, really. Good evening, Zem. How you doing? Well, hopefully you just got my evaluation there. Hopefully you're in time for that. Not happy with the wizard back paint art. Yeah, I wouldn't put that on my van or anything. I mean, come on, you can scrounge up a more metal wizard than that. I'm glad you and I are on the same page, Dave. Now, they have all the elements of pinball but lack the soul of pinball. Completely agree, yeah. I think that was a problem with virtual pinball for a very long time, is that there was, like, developers seem very concerned with emulating real pinball, but not making the most of the medium and introducing, like, really interesting gimmicks and stuff. And, like, that's where real pinball shines, you know, having Thing come out of the box in the Addams Family table and grab your ball, being able to fight the power using magnets in the Twilight Zone, like, all that shit made pinball special. And, you know, digital pinball really should take liberties, and Pinball FX does. Like, all Pinball FX tables tend to have something going on that can't happen in real pinball, and it makes it way more fun. All right, we're starting with Ignition. I think we're starting with Ignition. I would like to start with Ignition. Wizard theme pinball doesn't have a wizard holding an orb that's a pinball. What are you even doing? Exactly. This looks bad in a very different way. Pinball FX is fun. It's just the same. I suck at pinball. I mean, there's a very easy way to stop sucking at pinball, and that's to play pinball all the fucking time. You play pinball until you stop sucking at it. That's how it works. That's how everything works, man. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna like this. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna like this at all. Nope. Play Pinball Odyssey, look good in comparison. Scrolling screen that isn't even oriented the width. Yeah, this is not good. This is not a good way to handle this. Yeah, would that eat into Dark Souls playing time? You know, there's... To Pinball! Pinball, everybody! Good evening, Try. If I go back to the other pinball game, I am sorely tempted. Believe me. This is not good. There's a lot of ways to approach emulating pinball. Not all of them are good ideas. This is definitely one of the bad. God, dude. I will at least try all the tables just so we can see them, but this is awful. It says it's impossible to give someone motion sickness on a virtual pinball table. They're fools. Fools! Why do I get another ball? I don't want another ball. 3 is enough. Maybe one of the... Okay, cool. It is vanishingly rare for that to happen on a table. So... What is going on? Why am I on ball 1? Wait, is this is some kind of like multiplayer party mode? Okay, fuck this. That's enough of that. That's enough of that. Yeah, that was ball 1 player 5. We can't be having that now. All right, give me steel wheel. Players. Oh, I must have accidentally fat fingered like 8 players or something. 1 player, please. There's only one of me, chat. Only one of me can handle this much pinball. I mean, you can't fucking see what you're shooting. This is some absolutely trash tier pinball. This is garbage. I have to imagine that like a person could probably get used to doing this, but also like why? Why bother? Cool, yeah. Totally cool. Not like there was anything I could do there whatsoever. Middle gutter seems like a much larger gap than it should be. Yeah. If I didn't have my flipper up there, well, there we go. Yeehaw. I take back everything I said about the other game's music. No, I don't want to. No, not again. 2 down, 2 to go. Many ways to depict pinball in a video game. This is an example of what not to do. It absolutely is. Yeah, it's terrible. Pinball looks like it goes very fast and rolls up the rails next to the flippers a ton. Yeah. A man can get used to anything, but do not ask us how. Alright, this one's called Beatbox. Nintendo Power is very impressed with the dynamic audio on this one, so let's see what happens here. Well, I can actually hit ramps on this one, that's cool. Feels like penultimate stage music for a platformer. Bro, it is so easy to lose the ball in this one. This game. Like, all of these tables suffer from the same problem. The ball really wants to go down the center drain. Like, aggressively. It is auguring for it all the time. Like, there you go. If you don't manage to get a shot all the way up one of these ramps, it is fucking gone. Or if it does go up the ramp, it's also fucking gone. This is a really bad pinball game. Like, the difference is stark. Like, okay, all right, like, Super Pinball may have not had much heart, but it was playable. Like, you could totally while away an hour or two on that anytime. This is unplayable trash. How are you supposed to line up a shot you can't see? Use the fucking force. Exactly, yeah. Yeah. On top of all the other problems this game has, the presentation is terrible. Because you just, oh shit. Oh god. Like, you can't see what you're fucking doing. Like, until you have the entire table memorized, you're not gonna know where any of the ramps or anything are. Because you can't see them. No, god damn it. This was fucking laughing at me, chat. Is that going down the drain? Yep. This is like a football game with a camera attached to the football. That's so accurate, though. That is entirely true. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Dude, these ramps are so fucking hard to hit. I did it. Ball lock enabled. Do you like the music track though? Raising Jackpo. I like the spooky theme. Shame about the motion sickness. And teaches his object lesson in pinball game design. Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. Someone in chat is gonna go on to make one of the all-time great digital pinball games out there. And you're gonna owe it all to me in this evening of breaking this shit down. And you know what? No thanks necessary. I'm just happy to help. Did I get a jackpot or did I raise the jackpot? It looks like I've got 13 million right now. So I must have done something right. Well, until the game decides you lose. If you're making a Metroidvania pinball game, how would you implement wall jumping? I would make the power generate a tiny temporary flipper whenever the ball is near a wall, so you could hit that flipper to knock the ball up further. So apparently I actually got a high score on this one. Game will include a camera setting called Oddish Mode, which is just this camera setting. All right, chat, we're free of purgatory. We're free of the curse of pinball. But man, these two, I honestly didn't expect that. I did not expect these two to be like night and day. But Super Pinball, it's solid. It'll get the job done. It is pinball, it is playable pinball. You can learn the tables, you can do the things. There's not the real problem with Super Pinball is there really isn't much variety between the tables. They are all kind of structured very similarly. And the music is trash. The music is pretty bad. But that all pales in comparison to just how bad Pinball Dreams. The way they handle the camera is nausea-inducing. The table layouts are all at once like boring and aggravating. The music is somehow even worse than Super Pinball's music. Pinball Dreams, we're like Pinball War Crimes. Yeah, let us just wash our hands of this chat. Let's move on to classified information. Please give us the lowdown on these games. All right, Super Empire Strikes Back. Jump straight to the credits. Get unlimited thermal bombs, chat. I remember thermal bombs in my Star Wars as thermal detonators, you ignorant fucks. 99 lives code, ultimate power. Basically cheat mode, high scores and stuff. I was gonna say, yeah. A stage select for Battletoads and Double Dragon. Whatever, who cares? Tasmania, stage select for Tasmania and extra continues. A debug mode for Inspector Gadget. I remember this. We began the great quest for NBA Jam celebrity codes. Here is your code to play as then President Clinton and Vice President Gore. Those the credits of Super Empire Strikes Back so you can pretend you spent the last 15 minutes playing and beating instead of pinball. I'm going to refund that one because that would almost be as much of a waste of time. Like, it's just there's nothing special about the credits in the Super Star Wars game. You don't get any interesting epilogue scene or anything. It's just gonna be the list of names of people who worked on the game you didn't just play. And Battle Cars, a mystery mode. Turn on the mystery mode. The game will begin playing as normal. Only the entire race will be viewed from an above perspective. You may find it easier to win when you can see the entire road. Oh, that's interesting. So their mystery mode is like an entirely different playable perspective of the game. Wait, are we not supposed to be wasting your time? This is new information. I mean, it depends on how you waste it. If it's an entertaining waste, sure. Like Al Gore and NBA Jam. Why not? Battle Cat. Battle Cats. All right. Let's see. What's the... Okay. Let's see here. Play as a vice president. Input the initials NET without entering the last letter. Press and hold L. Press and hold R. Press and hold A. L, R, A. Okay. And then we can help invent the internet. This is one of the Seattle Supersonics sort of thing. Let's see that extinct team. Okay, so net, but don't enter the final letter until you key stuff in. But Al's chlorofluorocarbon stat is through the roof. That cool ass iguana. I wish I was half as cool as that iguana. How do you open... How do you put in initials? Oh! Yes! Alright, so we got... N... E... Alright. Press and hold L, press and hold R, and then... Press A? Was that it? Apparently I have a bunch of wins and stuff. Ah, yes! I am now Al Gore! Incredible! Alright, sure. Dunk on them fools. Gore looks so cute. Yeah, he's like, why the fuck am I here? Alright, I don't remember how to play this. Good ice cream needs more waffle cone. He's heating up. I know why this one ported NBA Jam doesn't have music in the background. Yeah, that's a good question, honestly. Yes! This is such a deeply unserious game.
The rebound.
And hard. Oh. Wow. Actually made that. I just want jams from as far away as possible. That's all I'm looking for. Actually, someone else can play as George Clinton from P-Funk. Yeah, that will come. They'll mention that later in the magazine. Like next month or the month after, they will have breakdowns of all the secret characters.
Rebound.
Hell yeah. What the fuck?
Intercepted.
Intercepted.
Heating up. Yes.
No.
Oh.
This is such a silly game.
Out from over. No good.
No good! This Gorfell is pretty good. If I put Trump in one of these, I would lose every single game I play against him because I'll just beeline for him pushing down nonstop. Because 90% of the way there when did they start having effects like lighting the ball on fire? I think that is actually in this version of the game. I just need to be doing more turbo stuff, I think. The sequel hang time is more insane. Or is not so good at three-pointers.
From downtown.
Hey, there we go.
Rebound.
Yeah, hell yeah.
From downtown.
Holy, what the fuck, why?
Rebound.
No.
He's heating up.
Hey, there we go. Kind of misses era of arcade sports, even though I get why they died out.
Ugly
This
shot.
doesn't really feel like the kind of game that ever needed to die out, though.
Oh.
Like, I could totally see people having a lot of fun with this, with like playing online with Steam friends and stuff. Why do you do that? What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
From downtown. Yes.
You knew Al Gore was this good. Al Gore did.
Ugly shot.
Ugly shot. Get it, man?
From downtown. Rebound.
Oh, fuck off.
From downtown. Rebound.
The rebound. Whee! Oh no! The most ignoble thing of all.
Heating up.
You do the big flashy dunk. You do the big flashy dunk, and it doesn't go through. Alright. Our man Al Gore has now served. Now, Battle Cars is a weird one. It's like F-Zero, but boring. That one game, NBA Playgrounds, was promising to be this, but wasn't as good. One player, please. Alright, select your car. Well, obviously I'm taking the spiky-ass one. And obviously it's going to be very angry red. Newtroit. It's like Detroit, but newer. And here we are, we're racing now. I have some kind of like hockey puck weapon. It's in Newtroitvania. Is there one song? I honestly don't remember. Okay, you can drift, but at least in these early ones, it's not important. I am really confused as to how that missed you. There we go. Are you gonna try the view from above cheat? I don't remember how you do it. Also, I can't imagine it's very exciting. just honestly. Metalhead Mike, better bring your band-aids and remember to take the training wheels off that heap of junk you're driving. What an asshole. There's no, like, ready, set, go. They just load you in and it's like literally off to the races. It's lacking a bit of the presentation that makes rock and roll racing so good. Like, functionally, it seems fine. It's a bit more zoomed in. Like, the view is a bit more zoomed in than something like F-Zero, which I actually think is a good thing. I think that's fine. But it's missing the pacing and pizzazz that makes rock and roll racing so good. I know F-Zero didn't really have that. F-Zero just kind of loads you into a race and you go, but I mean, it was also a launch title. We're like 2.5 years into the lifespan of the system. Like, I think you're allowed to expect better. I think racing games especially are a genre that relies on vibes, and this has no vibe. Yes, exactly. I mean, it looks good. Like, look at this car model. Like, this car model is exquisite, frankly. But it is surrounded by basically nothing. Level number 1, credits earned. I earned some credits. All right, we're going somewhere else now. Kathmandu, apparently. Tracks look like ass warmed over. Yeah, there's that too. Yeah, this is not an attractive track. They remind me of like Mario Kart tracks with like all the character drained from them. Like this is like I would kind of imagine this is what Mario Kart tracks looked like while they were prototyping them, you know? Before they added all the quintessentially Mario elements. Looks like you understeer a shitload. Y'all really want to try that view from above cheat? All right, let me look up how to do it. Okay, hang on one sec. It is... Yeah, I wasn't paying any attention here. On the title screen, up, down, LR select. And then you go into the option mode and pick history mode. Up, down, LR select. Up, down, LR select. Options. Mystery mode on. Sure. Give me the old spike mobile. This is somehow even sadder. Even more micro machines? Yeah, extremely micro machine coded. It's funny, it's kind of like the opposite of what I was saying about the base game. Like the base game feels, the view feels more zoomed in than something like F-Zero, and I think that's a good thing. But this is so much more zoomed out from other top-down racers. At least they included some top-down sprites. I mean, they're all for ants, so it's not like there was much trouble in doing it. My car is seriously like 20 pixels or something. I think if anything, it's actually easier to drive this way because you have an easier time seeing what's coming up. But is it fun? No, not really. Default mode actually has a half bad sense of speed for Mode 7 Racer. I agree. I totally agree, yeah. Really weird they rendered a top-down view that's only accessible by a cheat code. I wonder if they used it for some kind of, like, track layout testing or something? Like, in general, like, cheats and stuff from this era of gaming are really just leftover, like, dev testing features and stuff. So I have to imagine that that was, like, that had some kind of practical use when they were designing the game to get a different sense of how the tracks were laid out. Because you don't really... One of the disadvantages of something like F-Zero, the way it's presented, is you don't really get a very good sense of the track's layout overall, unless unless you're really good at just, like, putting that stuff together in your head. So, and then for the developers, you know, if they're trying to develop a track that flows well, it's definitely going to help them to be able to see it from an overhead perspective like this. You know, get that bird's eye view. But yeah, not all that much fun to actually play. All right, TMNT Tournament Fighters. There's a super high speed mode. You can use the boss stage backgrounds. Ranma 1/2 has a configuration code. Adjust any of the fighters' abilities is a great code. Mario All-Stars has bonus Marios. What is this? Mario 3. Oh, it's just a way to farm lives, I guess. And then... oh, I remember this. I remember this Kirby's Pinball Land one. You can use this code or this cheat to just play the bonus games instead of the actual stuff. In fact, let's do that, because otherwise Kirby's Pinball Land is going to be... I don't need to be put in that kind of mood tonight. So I will say, chat, hang on 1 second. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, and I will be right back. chat. Hope you did. See, y'all make this very easy for me. I don't have to worry about keeping y'all occupied or even entertained. I can just go fuck off for the better part of an hour and y'all be just enraptured by this chair. What's that chair? You hate him too, I know. East Racer Chan, I'll take that financial advice to heart. Makes my job easy. Alright. Get along collectively as a group that we can keep ourselves occupied for stretches of time. Very helpful. Alright, so the bonus game code for Kirby's Pinball Land, press left B and select at the same time. Left B, select. B, select. Give me a... We're adultish mostly. Alright. Left B. Oh. That. What the hell, man? Oh, you do this, and then... Okay, white cat walks across the screen. And then you can start as normal. Because I need to do that. Okay. Sorry, I really want to get that set up, because I wasn't really sure what I was doing. Okay, so now these should all just be the bonus game. Yes! They're just the bonus games! Huzzah! Low stress Kirby's Pinball stream. Just the fun stuff. So yeah, the goal of this one is to beat your way through these blocks. And see if you can get the guy at the top. And if you can, you get a whole bunch of points. My god, my knees bother me too. I bought a light. Can't still sound stand up as much as the bus stop. My knees thank me. Music's getting panicky. Kirby's Pinball Land still tries to stress you out. So this one you're just feeding Kirby. Maybe. There we go. Yeah, you want to knock up the food next to Kirby. And you don't want to hit Kirby himself, because that'll distract him from eating. And for obvious reasons, you don't want to hit the bomb. Or you do, actually. That's Okay, so the B and the M... So on the bottom right side of the screen, it says 6,000 times 6. If you get a B, it adds 1,000 to the left side. If you get an M, it adds 1 to the multiplier on the right side. And then when you finally go down the drain, that gets totaled up as your bonus for that ball. So really, if you can get a lot of bonuses going for life, you can get a ton of points that way. Anyway, we're playing Squid Soccer now. Was really picturing Kirby as the ball in this game. I mean, he is. Kirby is the ball and the bonus characters. Kirby is everybody. Kirby is the character. He can serve every purpose in every game. Alright, so those are the bonus games in Kirby's Pinball Land. They are fun. They are good. They are helpful distractions. Am I a Kirby? Would I tell you if I was, chat? Kirby is eternal. Kirby is life. Kirby is the gift that keeps on giving. I did that and that and that. Doing good. Kirby is an eldritch horror. Kirby is the cutest eldritch horror you will ever see. Speaking of eldritch horrors, guess what? We're on Chapter 3 of Super Metroid. When we last left Samus and Houston, they were on their way back to ZB's. Because Samus is on the trail of the baby. Carbonization. Houston seems to be in the midst of shitting himself. Yeah, he's not quite as capable as Samus is. But I mean, really, who is? Alright, she's like, here we go! And she starts blasting some things, and Houston's just kind of hanging out, collecting bounty stuff. You get some neat shots here of Samus. You can see her face inside of her suit. Samus charges ahead, and that is her undoing, because she steps on a pressure plate and gets a spike right through the shoulder. Like, right through the shoulder. You okay? Should have been more careful. This doesn't look good. I may not be a hero, but I know how to work a trap, and then he just blasts the spike and pulls her off of it. Alright, so he's like, almost there, let's go. And then she's like, wait, we're leaving behind your pirate claws. He's like, that's okay, we gotta get help for you. Firmly establishing Houston in the hero camp, if there was any doubt. Alright, take her back to the ship. She tells him to set the coordinates. He's like, that's not headquarters. And she's like, they can't help me. Meanwhile, at headquarters, we're introduced to... Actually, no, we've seen these guys before. So there's the chairman of the Space Federation, this green head tentacled guy. And then there's Hardy, who is like the chief of the Space Police. Who, appropriately, is just a doddering idiot who's always eating something. Alright, so they see that Samus's ship left ZB's. Ship's not returning to headquarters, and then the chairman's like, Hardy! Eating again, you should be rallying the troops, because I'll take care of this. And then the chairman takes command and decides to head to ZB's himself. I guess they decided they need more characters in this. Alright, so they land on a planet. Or they can't land. Houston crashes. And then there's an old Chozo guy. He is a member of the Chozo clan. They created Samus's power suit. They speak Japanese style. They call her Sama-san. This is the Federation fleet. Chairman's like, this is great. I should have taken over long ago. Your men are incompetent. And then the pirates show up. And then they get betrayed. They're pirate insiders on the ship. Ridley shows up. He's like, we're in big trouble. And then they're gonna save Samus for the safety of the galaxy and so on and so forth and stuff. I gotta say, chat, revisiting the Super Mario and Zelda comics made me appreciate them more. Revisiting the Star Fox comic made me appreciate it a lot more, because I didn't really appreciate it so much as a kid. This one's kind of middling, honestly. I feel like they're not doing much interesting with the plot. And Samus hasn't really gotten to do anything other than be impulsive and get stabbed. So, yeah, I might not be as positive on this one as I was when I first read it. But yeah, the art is still very, very good. It's detailed, it's colorful. I read this one myself with no nostalgia for Nintendo Power, and I agree. They added Houston, which is the opposite of interesting. Yeah, unfortunately. He's a traditional bounty hunter type with a heart of gold. Like, those guys are a dime a dozen, really. It's just Samus being Samus, yeah. I mean, you can't argue that she doesn't have much character to work with, because Link doesn't. But they managed to make the Legend of Zelda comic really entertaining. And like the Star Fox characters, they fleshed them all out quite a bit. Had really interesting interactions between them. But yeah, Samus, they just don't seem to know what to do with Samus. Making up a bunch of characters affectionate versus making up a bunch of characters derogatory. Alright, and we're on to Counselor, just like that. We're on to Counselor's Corner. Welcome back to Luffy and the Fortress of Doom. Why is Luffy afraid to enter the room that says women only? Well, I can think of one reason there, Chief. Luffy won't enter the room in the old cave labeled women only unless Aguro is a member of your party. To enlist him, return to Lorbenia and go to the upper floor of the center building. After you have your pockets picked there, go to the inn and ask the innkeeper about the thief. If you leave the inn, Aguro will automatically join you and be able to enter the women's only room and get a fairy kiss. Weird. Why won't the man in the Medan mines give me the Hope Ruby? Won't let you into the treasure room to get the Hope Ruby unless you've gathered a few clues. Go to Genova and buy a drink from the cider cellar. He'll give you a clue about the towers, buy some cider from the woman, whatever. Worth mentioning, I got to watch someone play Visions of Mana for about 5 hours the other day. It's very cool, also very unlike the other Mana game. Yeah, I am not interested in it at all. I played the demo, and that super turned me off. It feels... Visions of Mana just feels like a modern mobile RPG with the Mana branding slapped on it. It's honestly rather disappointing to me. Sounds transcoded, yeah. So like two very, very different questions. So this is... The Secret of Mana questions are actually practical. Like, Salamander's magic, you're gonna get that anyway. But the Midge Mallet and the Sea Hare's tail are not easy to find, so... In fact, this might be why I know where to get them. Is because they got this little bit in Nintendo Power. I had the Romancing Saga 2 demo downloaded, but I haven't tried it yet. I have been meaning... I haven't been in the mood for it, but I'm sure I will be. I have been meaning... to go back to the Romancing Saga 1 remake and play that myself. Because I really do want to figure out how to play that. I never really got to a point when I was streaming it of like feeling like I understood what I was doing or what I was meant to do. But I've got it, and I would like to be able to make something of that game, so I plan to go back to it on my own at some point. Fun fact I learned about Lufia is 1 point supposed to be a multi-console game on both SNES and Genesis, a prototype for canceled Genesis version. Every event CG has that has the Rainbow 6 characters and one unique to Arknights is so funny. Alright. More Lufia, more Lufia. You go back to Dragon Quest V as old school JRPGs go. Yeah, the next time I'm in the mood to play an old JRPG on my own, it's gonna be the Romancing Saga remake. I want to understand what I'm doing in that game. I really, really do. Taito, I know. Chill. Alright, shit, let's go. Alright, what the hell were we doing? The latest dress designs are at the biggest shop in Lorbenia. Why don't you go there with Lufia? Why would I do that? Roman cinnamon tea is the best. I wish I could make it, but Roman only taught Lufia. Why does everybody love Lufia so much? Do you think it's a better game once you know a little bit of what you're doing? Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. It's like any other, like, nominally complicated or atypical game, right? I mean, it's taken me 3 or 4 tries to get into Satisfactory. Now I love that game, now that I have a much better idea of what I'm doing. Okay, whenever Lufia is not on the screen, everyone should be asking, where's Lufia? Because everyone is asking, where's Lufia? Chatham is north of Alekia. Be sure to visit their inn. I need to find Lufia. Why is this Zelda person so important anyway? Yes, it's really peaceful. When you want to use magic, select the staff icon with the cross key and press the A button. During battle, use the cross key to choose a spell, press the A button to cast it. You can't change your weapon once you're in battle, so be careful. So, it's been a long time since we last played this, and I don't remember where Lufia ran off to. I assume we're supposed to go find her somewhere, but I have no idea where she is. You wander around the world map? It's a big newt! Go shit. Fight the big newt. Now, you probably should have hit the one that was already wounded. Because now you're just taking more damage. Shit, 4, left 11. Alright, well, I gotta go back to town because I'm gonna die. Shit, it's you! Luffy hasn't come back yet, you know? Why don't you take a break? Yes. Why don't I take a break? We're all gonna die. Some of us sooner than others, certainly. Teeny Tiny Town. Did she wander off to Teeny Tiny Town? Welcome to Chatham. I know about the Sharon story, but I'm not going to see if it's true. Okay, bro.
I want to go to the store in Lormania and might have things we can't get here.
I haven't seen Dano recently. His sister Lila is a maid at the castle. I'm very worried about them. Monsters in Sharon, everyone knows about it, but nobody wants to find out. Nobody wants to fuck around. My friend Lila works in Sharon. I'm worried about her. What's wrong with the castle? I have no idea. I don't have the faintest clue. Alright, it feels like maybe she didn't wander all the way up there. So that was a surprise attack. I guess I surprised them. Big Newt carried a grilled newt. Well, that's just morbid. Think you need to visit the inn up here? 5 gold pieces a night. Do you want to stay over? No. I don't think they'd charge me if it was part of the plot. Jelly fish. I don't see the fish part, but I'll take your word for it. This is Alekia. Maybe Lufia went up to the castle? He defeated Werther's original. Hey, shit! Have you seen Yuria? I'm gonna ask her out today. Nah, man. Oh, it's you, shit. Don't tell Jack I'm here. He's been chasing me around the castle again. Jack is looking for you. What? He's inside? Now what will I do? Feel like the concept of jellyfish giving up on dangly tentacles and becoming landlubbers. It is kind of unique, isn't it? This is the guest room, but we haven't used it much lately. The Kingdom of Sharon? I know, the rumor worried me as well. Princess Estia, did you know about it? I have no authority to order the knights, but I am worried about Sharon. I put your mind at ease. I was leaving for Sharon anyway. Really good. Our country still has a few good men left. Please use this. This is all the help I can give you. Shit gets 100 gold pieces. Hell yeah. Go shit. What? The rumor about monsters in Sharon? I can't send anyone until you've checked it. I am inclined to believe that Luffy is not here. This is the throne room. Please behave in front of His Majesty. No. Ooh. Shit found Sweetwater. Shit found Antidote. Shit found Revive. These are all consumables. Shit doesn't give a shit. Shit don't care. It don't mean shit. I guess none of this is important. Yeah, it was not this. Okay. Your council's current where to find Luffy or where she runs. They're like, did you listen to the story? Were you paying attention? You silly fool, you. And the answer, of course, is no. The answer, of course, is no. Just a little shit kid. Why is the king trusting you to investigate dealings in another town that may involve monsters? Alekian Knight, you seem strange. Yeah, well, you seem like an asshole, so. Such differences make the world go round, yes? You're a knight? No, you're a knight. The way to Sharon lies through the northern caves, but beware! Monsters roam the tunnels! My husband hates rain, that's why he uses the underground path. You did well to find this underground road. It's a good way to keep out of the rain. What can I do for you today? Nothing. Shit found Sweetwater. I gotta say, this water's pretty sweet. Alright, apologies. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do right now. It's been too long since we last played this. So. Luffy ran away to the other side of the world, and the goal of this game is to deal with that loss and move on. Alright. Alright. Well, this is how we move on in our own way, frankly. By playing other video games. Did you win? Yes. Alright, we got Wario Land. Where's the treasure room? How can I recover treasure I've lost? Oh, you lose. Wow, you lose treasures when you get a game over. And you gotta go back and get them there again. How to reach the treasure chest in level 11, and then... some questions about Final Fantasy Legend 3. How can I change back into a human, and how do I defeat Soul? Soul, of course, is the penultimate boss in a sense. You gotta crack him open to get to the gooey center. Soul bad guy. Soul good guy, actually. Soul is a good guy, but he has a bad guy within him. Inside of you, there are two guys. A good guy and a bad guy. And you just better hope that the bad guy doesn't overpower the good guy. Better. Extra, a step-by-step guide to Crystallis. This is actually pretty cool. Like, Crystallis has been out for like 4 or 5 years at this point. So it's pretty neat that they spent a couple pages in the magazine to break down the entire game. This is a pretty complicated game. There is a lot to do and a lot to figure out, and I'd say probably the most useful thing in this is it seems like they outline what levels you need to be for each of the bosses, which is need to know information. Because if you're not a high enough level for the boss, you will get your ass kicked. Area 2 has an ohm? It does. It does indeed. Might be the feature that encouraged you to rent it back in the day. Neat. Neat. Depressed Cat, I really like the original Crystallis feature back in like 1990. It was very pretty. And they did a lot of maps, and they laid out all the items, and it was very, very compelling to me. Alright, so they spend 4... It's also a game of impressive scope. They spend 4 pages breaking down all the things that you need to do, and they really only get about halfway through the game. It will continue. As they say down in the corner, their breakdown of Crystallis will continue next issue. Need to go back to that one. I'm not sure if I was getting the magazine at that point yet. All right. Wow, we're at the Power Players Challenge, chat. We're moving right along. We're zooming through this thing. All right. So the challenge is Yoshi's Cookie. What's your best score in action mode? Clay Fighter. What's the best finishing score you can get? T2, the arcade game. I mean, that's just cruel, honestly. Disney's DuckTales 2, how much money can you collect? ActRaiser 2 was the best score you can rack up. Jurassic Park. What was your lowest score after collecting all 18 Velociraptor eggs? Now see, that's an interesting challenge. I find they're like, what's your best score? What's your highest score? All that. It's a very conventional challenge. It looks good on a leaderboard. That's all fair. I like this one for Jurassic Park. What's the lowest score you can do something at? And then the Super Power Club challenge for this month is NBA Jam. How many 3-pointers can you make in a 1-player game? And then they got some records from last time. Tecmo Super Bowl, biggest annihilation. Some of these are pretty impressive. The winner won their game 75-3. It's brutal. There were a couple blowouts, but the winning score was only in the 50s. This is why you like golf. This is T2 challenge. Can you beat the boss at the end of level 1? They printed the scores of all these lying liars. We'll have to find out next month, clearly. Pilot Wings, best score on level 4. AS Open Tournament Golf. Super Mario Kart, best time. Addams Family. Finished the game with only 3 hearts. 5 people did that. Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins. Found every world in the game. I did this. But I didn't have the temerity to send in a picture of it. And then, yeah, the Final Fantasy one is insane. Finished the game with 4 white wizards. I didn't even finish the game with a mixed party of wizards because that shit is hard. That shit is really hard. I will say, an all-mage party will get you to the final dungeon without too much of a headache. But that final dungeon, man, will just beat your ass inside out. It is brutal. Only thing I think of that's harder is Solo Thief, which means no class change, and that comes from Geyer, one of the better Final Fantasy 1 speedrunners. I watched a video about a guy who finished Final Fantasy 1 with 1 white mage. I will say, challenges like that hold no appeal to me whatsoever. Like, at the same time, I think it's really cool that there are games where you can do that. Like, it'd be very, very easy to design an RPG that has to have four characters, and they gotta be firing on all cylinders and stuff. And you know what? For all I know, maybe the developers at Square originally intended for that. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they had no intention of undersized parties being able to beat the game. But it is cool that they can. It is cool that people have dug into the game mechanics deep enough to figure out how these things work. We had a discussion about non-trivial lowest scores once after I got 20 points in FTL. Not sure how many games are an actual challenge to score low. Some really can be. Some can be surprising challenges depending on how they distribute their score items. Because, like, you know, it's kind of like, imagine in a Mario game, try to beat any level in a Mario game without collecting a coin, you know? Some levels, that's going to be child's play. Some levels, that's going to be shockingly hard. Because in a lot of level design, coins are used to indicate where you should jump. And so they're right where you wouldn't want them to be then. One of the cooler challenges I saw was a video of someone beating Mario Odyssey without jumping. Oh, yeah. The mechanics of doing that in Super Mario 64 are absolutely insane. Spelunky has the no gold challenge runs, which are wildly hard. Oh, yeah, because there's just gold everywhere in that game. It's just a crazy amount. So that's cool. You have to rely on sliding a Cappy to get airtime instead of jumping. Yeah, that would be really, really hard. Oh boy, chat. Let's talk about Interplay, shall we? In the 10 years since it was founded, California-based Interplay Productions, Inc. has developed a reputation for producing top-quality original PC and video games such as The Lost Vikings, Play Fighter, Rock and Roll Racing, and Out of This World. How does it consistently hit on winning formulas? Well, I wouldn't put Out of This World in that particular bucket, but still. And just what makes the game so good, Nintendo Power recently visited Interplay's Irvine offices to find out more about the company. Did Zero G run in Hollow Knight? For gamers, by gamers, they sound kind of annoying. This was really before being a capital G gamer was a bad thing. It feels weird to say, but it was, you know, it was an era before all the gaming incels and reactionaries and stuff. What a face indeed. That's a face only a developer can love. Well before it was associated with, yeah, exactly. This is a lot of text chat. I'm not gonna read all this. Even as an adult, I'm not particularly inclined to read all this, but I am gonna skim for any interesting mentions here. Excuse me, I'm also really tired. Such as it is. Interplay's president Brian Fargo actually has a lot of unofficial titles. Founded the company in 1983. Wow, Interplay was as old as I was at the time. Founded Interplay when he was only 20. He and a staff of 4 set out to make games for gamers by gamers. Fargo is a major game player growing up. Shelled out mass quarters on arcade titles such as Space Wars, Asteroids, and Missile Command. He owned all the first-generation systems. It wasn't until he got an Apple II computer that he realized he could actually make a career of making games. Cool. Its early years, Interplay produced PC titles including classics such as The Bard's Tale and Battle Chess. In 1990, developed his first game for the NES, Swords and Serpents. Wow. Both developed and published RPM Racing late 91 and developed one more game, Star Trek, for Konami. I missed that, I guess, that Interplay actually made the original NES Star Trek adventure game. Probably better that we forget, honestly. Bunch to talk about the reputation, rock and roll racing, play fighter, Swords and Serpents. I think that's now a board game. I mean, if I remember correctly, Swords and Serpents was an old school, like dungeon crawly RPG. It might have actually been 4-player. You might have had a 4-person party that you could actually give the controls over to a friend to help with. Oh man, they had a... Oof. Interplay had a bit of a spotty discography at this point, right? Because, I mean, and on the one hand, they made The Lost Vikings, which, you know, people are obviously very fond of. On the other hand, they made that absolutely wretched Lord of the Rings game. Interplay published a console version of Another World. I was confused because I know Delphine are usually credited for publishing it, which is why people always connect it with Flashback. Right. All right, Clay Fighter. So excited about Clay Fighter, chat. Blackthorn. Blackthorn's on the way. Addition to Clay Fighter Tournament Edition, Blackthorn, a sci-fi action adventure, is coming soon. It's similar in look and feel to Out of This World, but an advanced rotoscoping method was used to produce even smoother and more realistic animation. The game features an all-new character, Kyle Blackthorn, in a quest to recover the fragment energy source known as the Life Stone. The animations sound amazing. The gameplay incorporates Interplay's trademark problem-solving with action and adventure. Lord of the Rings sucks. But wait, there's more! Farther on the horizon are Star Trek Starfleet Academy and The Lost Vikings 2. Did you know there was a Lost Vikings 2, chat? So, unlike the Star Trek adventure titles out there, Starfleet Academy is a flight sim that puts you on the bridge of one of 3 different starships. For one of an expected 24 scenarios. Norse by Northwest is how it's called. All right, that's Interplay, a peek behind the scenes. Then we go from Interplay to fucking cavemen with Prehistoric Man. From deep within the heart of the ancient rainforest to the modern liquid crystal display of your Game Boy comes this vine-swinging, monster-womping, cave-crumbling action-adventure game from those time-warping wonder wizards at Titus. That is a lot of words crammed into one sentence. So I'm gonna play the remakes of Bard's Tale 1 through 3. Someday I recall them being legit cool dungeon crawlers. Wonder Wizards is certainly a term you could use for Titus. So this is more caveman action. Looks akin to Joe and Mac. Joe and Mac, really. Lost Vikings 2 has like 5 or 6 characters swap out in different levels, so you still only control 3. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't realize they had expanded the roster, but this is a smart thing to do with a game like that. Give people more mechanics to puzzle over, at least just a different split of skills. So I'm not seeing anything here that really suggests anything distinct from other, like, caveman-themed platformers, of which there are several, in fact. It is interesting. Oh, this is... Okay, so this is a comedy. So, Prehistoric Man is looking for stuff to help prepare for a big feast back at the village. So, stage 1, the mountain, you're looking for, like, a Zippo lighter. I don't know if it fell back through a time hole or what, but that's your goal. Joe and Mac and Cheese. The caves, you're looking for a fork. Some of the boss designs are pretty rowdy looking. Those are cool, I suppose. Forest Fringe, you're looking for spoon. I mean, I assume at some point you do actually find food to provide to people. Stage 4 is Rainforest. Is Stage 5. Takes place in the inner depths of a hollow tree. Bard's Tale's big gimmick was, of course, the whole having a bard thing. Essentially, the meta was getting your bard drunk and having them sing songs that give passive effects. Oh, cool. That actually sounds pretty neat. So I'm gonna level with you, chat. I'm not particularly curious about Prehistoric Man. It looks like a pretty standard platformer to me, so. And then there's Disney's The Jungle Book on NES. Like, NES games are getting extremely few and far between at this point, so I don't know how many more we can expect to see in the magazine post-Jungle Book, but it ain't gonna be many. Jungle Boy makes good. During the Jungle Book, the movie, Mowgli is always saved by Bagheera the Panther, Baloo the Bear on some other jungle friend. That's not the case in Virgin Games' newest NES outing, The Jungle Book. Mowgli, a rather spry young waif, must rely on his own skills and a few odd weapons consisting mostly of banana. Okay, so The Jungle Book, the game, basically follows the storyline of the movie. That really helps. Aren't many NES games coming out right now. This one definitely deserves a look. That doesn't give me a ton of confidence, honestly. If they're saying this one deserves a look just because there aren't a whole bunch of others, that tells me that their standards have slipped precipitously. Let's see. Delivers a more enjoyable play experience. Oh, many players will be familiar with the characters of Jungle Book. Delivers a more enjoyable play experience. This doesn't deserve a look. I played it. Skip. Fair enough. Doesn't look particularly compelling to me. Oh yeah, you can climb a giant tree. Fight Ka. Go down the river. Yeah, this looks like an extremely standard platformer. Tree Village, Falling Ruins. They skip over a bunch of the levels. It seems like they're only going over the even numbered ones. Level 2, Great Tree. Level 4, the river. Level 6, Tree Village. Level 8, Falling Ruins. Bard's Tale was brutal though. I remember Might Magic being a little friendlier only a year later. Might Magic 1 is legit neat from what you played. Alright. Man, we're already into the back pages of the magazine. Get your picks. The World Cup. See the world's best soccer stars compete at the World Cup final matches in Los Angeles. Oh! The World Cup in '94 was held in Los Angeles. How about that? And you can get a copy of World Cup USA '94. I would be very curious to know how many kids actually entered this one. Well, no, it might not have been that limited. Soccer was pretty big when I was a kid. A lot of kids played soccer. PS2 Bard's Tale is like a Diablo-like meets British comedy with a protag played by one of the actors from Princess Bride. Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool. Where's this game OST from? This is from a Mahjong game, if you can believe it. Mahjong Goku Tenjiku. Looks like a Journey to the West themed Mahjong game. Pretty interesting. Yeah, no problem. I'll link you this one. This one was just released today. It's another James York compilation, though the chill SNES mixes that we tend to listen to, but I always try to jump on new ones when they get released, so. Soccer. Okay, chat, serious question here. Serious question. This is gonna depend heavily on y'all's predilections. Do y'all want to see if we can just finish the magazine tonight? Because if you're not feeling particularly rambunctious, we can scoop past the top 20. We can mine out the now playing for anything that didn't show up elsewhere in the magazine. Call the disc art for the PS2 Bard's Tale saying for a really disturbing image, flip the disc over and just show your face. Yep, I doubt you will. Yep. Journey to the West Mahjong doesn't let you have Son Goku smash the tables a failure. Alright, let's try it. Let's see what we can do. I'm going to do the customary rundown of the top 20 as I always do. I'm not gonna like just slide past it. Hobor. Hobor. Oh, Spooktober. God. Thank you, Peach. I appreciate that. Music is familiar as fuck to you. It should be. We lived this one. It was Vegas Stakes, baby. All right. Let's run through the top 20 real quick and save some time for whatever we might be playing and now playing. Do not bump top 20. Last minute suggestion sounds good. Peach, did you decide which game you wanted to lock in, by the way? Did you send me that somewhere, or? Also, deep thought, if you're lurking around out there, I need to know which game you want for your death pool reward. Alright, so on the Super NES, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, as they say, made a comeback, beating out Mortal Kombat by over 1,000 points. Mortal Kombat still in second, followed by Legend of Zelda, Mario All-Stars, and Mario Kart. So, other than the fighting games, a very Nintendo-dominated top 5. I wanted to ask you think 1000X Resist is creepy enough, and if so, I'll do that. Let me take a look real quick. What is this? Tagged psychological horror, story-rich, atmospheric mystery, surreal. I mean, all that sounds pretty good. Check something real quick. Yeah, I think we could do that. I think we could do that. Chat, click that link. Take a look at what Peach just brought up. See what you think about that. I'm curious. I was gonna ask you got Inmost in one of those big itch.io bundles. Let me check. I'm probably did. Probably did. Yes, I have Inmost. So I do own Inmost. So it's your call, Deep Thought. Do you want to do Inmost or do you want to do Bokura? It's like clone pandemic type stuff. I know nothing concrete about 1000X, but some people seem to really like it. Could be interesting then. 1,000 points of blood. Haven't vetted the whole game as dystopia unsettling. I wasn't sure if that's more sci-fi depressing. I say it counts. I am personally fine with that. If that's your pick, we'll do it. I would definitely be willing to give that a try. It looks very interesting to me. All right. Locked in then. You have 1000X resist guaranteed. Congratulations. I'll leave that open so I don't forget. My pleasure. My pleasure. I'm looking forward to it. All right. Anyway, Super NES top 20. All right. We got Secret Man at 6, Disney's Aladdin at 7, Star Fox NHL Stanley Cup, and Madden NFL 94. Pretty reasonable top 10. NBA Jam, Ken Griffey Jr., Timothy Tournament Fighters, Clay Fighters, Mario Paint, Jurassic Park, Final Fantasy 2, Street Fighter 2, Super Empire Strikes Back, and Super Bomberman. I gotta be honest, chat, it doesn't seem like there are any bad games in the Super NES Top 20. It really doesn't. Still think you enjoy Bokura more. It's a different style of experience, more fussy, a setup with another person. Kind of enjoy seeing your take on Inmost, but that's only a whim. Do you want me to make the call for you? Do you want me to surprise you with one or the other then? Still kind of grouchy that Yoshi's Island is never in the top 20. Well, there's a reason for that. And the reason for that is it's not fucking out yet. Yoshi's Island hasn't been released yet. In fact, I don't think it's out until 95. It was significantly later in the SNES's lifespan. This is outrageous. Go for it. They're both short, so whichever you prefer. Sounds good. I'll make the call then, Deep Thought. No, it was late. Actually, I'm gonna look it up right now. In fact, when did Yoshi's Island come out? It might be... Yeah, 1995 video game. North America was October 1995. Japan was August. So late 1995. Way back in there. I remember that because I remember the Nintendo Power coverage and the marketing for it were both kind of that mid-late 90s extreme. The commercial, the TV commercial for Yoshi's Island was infamous because it was some big gross guy just eating food, just eating all this gross looking food, and like the narrator's like, Yoshi's Island is the most action-packed game of all time. It's like chock full of everything you want. It's almost too much. And then the dude just keeps eating and he keeps swelling up. And he eats like one final bite and he explodes off camera. And you see like food goo just like hose down the walls or something. It is such a fucked up commercial. And they used to show it in school during Channel 1 news. So I'm pretty sure everyone from my generation, or at least my school district, knew about that. In the commercial of that Jungle Book game with the drill sergeant guy? I'm not sure I do. The wafer thin mint. Got Yoshi's Island and Donkey Kong Country 2 same Christmas, having already bought Chrono yourself. At some point, Nintendo Power is gonna have to drop the original NES. I'm kind of baffled they're still talking about it in '94. Yeah, I think they realize it too. There's no way NES lives on into 1995. The only question is, do they drop it before January 95 or not? And I honestly don't remember. Was Chrono 95? Am I misremembering? I think it is. I'm pretty sure Chrono Trigger was before Yoshi's Island. Chrono Trigger was 95. Chrono Trigger was March 95, yeah. So like a full 6 months ahead of Yoshi's Island. You actually remember that Yoshi's Island commercial? I'm sorry. I apologize for the psychic damage I just inflicted upon you. Bringing that back to the fore. Getting some last minute votes for other people too. Yes, absolutely, please. If you've got the will, if you've got the interest, put your thumb on that scale, folks. Tonight this is the last 49 minutes that you can make requests for Spooktober games, and by all means, pump up the numbers on some of these games that have already been requested. It'll help me make my build a schedule a lot easier. All right, on Game Boy, Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening leading by a country mile. Followed by Mario Land 2. Kirby's Pinball Land actually made it to 3. That's kind of crazy. Kirby's Dream Land at 4 and Tetris 2 at 5. I still don't get why that's so popular, but whatever. Mortal Kombat, Super Mario Land, Tetris, Metroid 2, and Baseball 2000 are the top 10. And then Jurassic Park, Mega Man 4, Wario Land, Dr. Mario, Final Fantasy Legend 3, Final Fantasy Adventure, Yoshi's Cookie, Final Fantasy Legend 2, Final Fantasy Legend 1, and TMNT 3. This is another really good top 20. Tetris 2 sucks, but I mean, if you don't mind, like, if you're okay with it being a different thing, sure. Mortal Kombat is a really bad version of this, but I mean, if all you got is a Game Boy, that's what you're stuck with, right? Jurassic Park isn't particularly good. Everything else on here is super solid, though. So, very decent top 20 here. And then the NES Kirby's Adventure takes the top spot. You'll love to see it, chat. Beating out Tetris 2 of all things, and Super Mario 3, Legend of Zelda, and TMNT 3 all the way up in 5th place. Mario 6, Dr. Mario, Metroid, Tecmo Super Bowl, and Final Fantasy round out the top 10, and then Mega Man 5, Super Mario Bros. 2, Jurassic Park, Tetris, Monopoly, Zoda's Revenge. That has to just be name recognition, because fucking nobody bought that game. Vegas Dreams, which I'm not familiar with, Zelda 2, NES Open Tournament Golf, and Mega Man 4. So not quite as solid here. Not quite as solid as the top 20, but still, like, a lot of the cruft has been filtered out over the months and years. Game Boy was all we had. That's why so much of my early gaming was on PC up until probably Resident Evil came out on PSX. I was very fortunate as an only child that my parents indulged my desires and got me these old Nintendo consoles. And then we had a PC on top of that, so I ended up going back and forth between PC and console gaming for quite a bit of my younger life. Vegas Dreams is a prequel to Vegas Stakes, and you get married in it. Oh my god. Well, let's check this shit out then. Guess when they finally dropped the NES from the top 20? What is it, like 96 or something? Are they gonna keep that shit going through 95? 2010? Alright, back on the good old NES. Alright. They drop in 95 only after they entirely reformat how it works. That's pretty funny. Alright. Big ass. Big ass. Here we go. Whoa! Jesus. Okay. Technically, it never got dropped in the top 20. It took a whole ass reboot of this section under a different name. CBS, Sony Group, and HAL America. Wow. Pioneer Club? God, I thought... Okay, so just to the right... just to the right of the menu here, it says, like, Glit Gull. I'm not gonna lie, chat. At first, I thought it said slut. And then I saw it said clit. And only after a great deal of soul searching did I realize it's probably supposed to say, like, Glitter Gulch. Why is there a frowny face sign under Kong? Oh, that's a good question. He's like a precursor to the Las Vegas sphere. Olos, horses shit. Whatever. Vegas Dream. Start me up. Name entry. Input your name. We will be a Mr. You know. Mr. You know. Legend Games is probably a well-known Vegas casino glitz. Alright. End. Game select. Blackjack. Well, hello there. They get to visit the Neon Museum there. They're pretty neat. There are a lot of good submissions, yeah. Mr. Bubsy, I will bet $10. Holy shit. I have blackjack. I got a BJ, chat! I got a BJ on stream. I don't think Twitch is gonna be okay with that. That is not a blackjack. And dealer showing 10. That sucks. Busted. Yeah, I was fucked anyway. Post some pics in Discord. Desire to take a look if you're ever in the area. I would be really into that, I think. I think a neon museum would be super cool to me. Alright, so... let's do a split. I like concert. Wow, that sucks. I'll hit on this one. Alright, I'll stand. What a spiteful game the first Game Boy Castlevania is. Yeah, it is brutal. Whoa, hell yeah, look at that. I did a split and they both won. That's crazy. All right, let's go big bucks. We're gonna bet 50. And I get blackjack. Holy shit. I don't think this game is multiplayer. There was no option for it. So yeah, the unnecessary panning really fucking sucks. I am not a fan. Mr. Bubsy, excuse me, but could you change this $5 bill? Yes. All right, thanks a lot. Here is the news. There was a theft at the Howell Palace Hotel last night. According to Mr. Bubsy, the culprit stole his wallet while asking for change. The thief took all but $400. Oh, cool. Great. Awesome. Well, I'm just gonna bet 400 on this next hand then. 18. Dealer showing 8. Jesus Christ. Oh my god! See, chat, it's fine. I get my fucking wallet stolen, and in one-handed blackjack make back more money than I even lost. Fuck it, let's do it again. All or nothing. The Vegas gods refuse to let you die. Ooh, 14. That's brutal. Dealer showing 6. Hit me. Owned! Absolutely owned. Oh, and they got blackjack anyway. Oh no! You're penniless! Mr. Bubsy, oh no, you're poor now! Mr. Bubsy, I'm sorry, but your luck seems to end right here. Don't feel so bad. Las Vegas never sleeps. It's always waiting for you. But then again, Las Vegas is also a city that sells dreams. We will give you another chance to go home a winner. Remember, though, this is your last chance. Go ahead, pull the lever. This is a weird continue. Mr. Bubsy, congratulations. You won your second chance to win. The rest depends on you. Now start on your new challenge. Alright, sure. Well, let's... Does anybody know how to play Keno? Because I don't... Oh, God. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Oh, this sucks. Alright. Select numbers 1 to as many as 15. Okay, well, let's just pick some auspicious numbers here. It's basically bad bingo. Let's see. 14, 18, 21. Belts. I remember this from when I worked at a casino game back at Activision, because we had to fucking learn it. That sucks. I'm so sorry. Picks up number, a bunch of random numbers to generate. If you hit enough, you win. Okay. 41, 46, 65, 78. I guess I better just keep picking numbers, huh? The more you pick, the more you have to hit to get a payout. Oh, okay, I didn't realize that. Alright, well, I'll go with these 9 then. I bet it all. Yeah, okay. The winning numbers will be announced. 40, 12, 16, 25, 34, 38, 72, 55, 64, 74, 76, 17, 44, 80. Okay. Well, that's Kino. Did you enjoy it? No. Mr. Bubsy, oh no, you're penniless. Sorry, okay. Then again, wait, so you just keep getting extra chances? They keep saying it's your last chance, but it's clearly not. Why would you lie to me like this? Oh, I guess this really is goodbye. It's such a pity, but we await your next challenge. Game over. Get the fuck out. At least we got let you keep your trench coat. Goddamn, remember having to work out so many damn portions of these payouts, the win percentages, all that shit. Okay. My Vegas dream is turned into a Vegas nightmare, chat. Tragic, but then them's the breaks. All right. All right, let us forge forth, chat. Let us take on the now playing. And oh boy, there's a lot of now playing. At least your internal organs are still right where they're supposed to be. For now. I don't know if anybody's gonna follow me out of the parking lot. I feel like the sudden news cut is legit funnier than Vegas Stakes version. Yeah, I agree. Definitely. All right, let's see. Right away on here. Okay, there's only 2 games that weren't featured in the magazine, and that's Rocco's Modern Life and Bill Walsh College Foosball. The rest of these, we pretty much played everything else. Ken Griffey Jr. helped develop the ultimate 16-bit video baseball game for Nintendo. Plus side, great animation, play control combined with the best options in any Super NES baseball game. The AI is unmatched. It's both realistic and fun with battery backed up memory. However, the game does not include the MLBAPA license, but does have an editor so you can change player names. Some purists might not like the fact the season stats are only kept for one team. Overweight melodrama. What an unfortunate handle that was. Excuse me. Alright, turn and burn, no fly zone. Graphics are so realistic once you're in the cockpit that this F-14 Tomcat, you'll wish you had a seat harness. Realistic cockpit graphics and exterior views. The controls are easy to master, but they also seem realistic. The missions don't offer much tactical variety for the pilot. I remember this being fun, but yeah, there's not a terrible lot of variety to it. Star Trek: The Next Generation. The game closely resembles the hit TV series in many ways. The story is involving. Away team adventures are very fun. Good sound and graphics. Sounds like Nintendo Power really liked this one. But the action battles occur too often, involve little strategy, and slow down the game. I agree. The space battles suck, and they shouldn't even be in there. Time tracks. Darien has cool moves like the time stall that slows down everything but himself, good graphics and play control, much more... Throwing a little shade here, are we? Much more fun than the TV show. However, the gold tokens collected for Mash T combat don't seem to have any purpose. I mean, you just said it was for Mash T, didn't you? Ninja Warriors. A rebel faction seeks to overthrow the tyrant leader of the nation. You'll be in the instrument of his destruction. In Ninja Warriors, you choose to be one of 3 super android forms and wail on everything that moves in 8 hard-fought levels of martial arts action. Easy to play, cool characters, neither very challenging nor inventive. Oh, we've been waiting for Ninja Warriors, have we? My bad. Oh, we actually got to this one. Well, the wait is over, chat. We're playing it right this goddamn second. Right at this very moment. It's happening. Prepare your eyeballs for a feast of ninja. The ninja are coming hard and fast. Let's try the Rocco game. Coach on lesson things and poor track record. We will try that next. I have never experienced the Rocco game. And I do love Rocco's Modern Life. But I am not expecting anything of it, really. Ninja Warriors. The Ninja Warriors. This is a very... Okay. I'm gonna have to show you that box art when we get back. Someone got tagged as likely ban evader. Nice. Lesson games are often so bad that it's much more exciting when they're fun. True, very true. It was a big thrill for me when I was a kid that the Super Star Wars games were actually pretty good. This once great and wealthy nation lay in the midst of a terrible crisis. The tyrant Banglar used his forces to strike fear and terror into the people. Once brainwashed, they lost the power to think for themselves. The society was ruined. What was this great thing? It's Trump! It's just bald-ass Trump, chat! However, a single ray of hope remained. A small, powerful band of underground revolutionaries led by the famous Mulk launched a great campaign to overthrow Banglar and restore freedom to the nation. Banglar would be deposed by employing a unique squad of 3 androids. Creating technology powerful enough to defeat Banglar's force took time to develop. As the testing stage was reached, the tide turned against Mulk and his brave followers. Banglar unleashed his troops to crush the resistance once and for all. The attack was swift and sudden. Only one option was left. The untested androids had to be used. Your mission is to overthrow the regime and depose Banglar. With this order, the final battle began. Oh my. Robo-leg. Robo-arm. Robo-chest. Robo-teeth! Let us avenge Mulk and destroy us a Banglar. The Ninja Warriors. Normal, please. Select player. We can be Ninja. We can be Kunoichi. And we can be Kaimaitachi. Well, I'm going to be Kunoichi. Start operation. Begin deposition. Ah! You idiots. All right. Blaster, what is that? Oh, Lord, okay. Well, that's that. Okay, that's jump. Oh, gosh. I got stabbed in the ass. They used an awful lot of these dystopian future dictatorships, didn't they? They sure did. I have to kind of wonder if it's a bit propaganda coded, like, you know, this is what happens if the commies take over. Or perhaps some were simply being more critical of the existing status quo. This is the future liberals want. I mean, if I can have a hot Robo Ninja waifu, who am I to refuse, really? Here, have a box. Alright, so that restores your health. Guys with claws. Actually, these guys really look like Wolverine. Right down to being incredibly short. Fortunately, we don't have to worry about dictators here in the United States of America, because it could never happen here. Bring back overthrowing dictatorships? Hell yeah. Never stop. Never stop overthrowing tyrants. It is the only thing they deserve. Don't shoot missiles at me. And quit stabbing me in the knees. Overthrow them right into the wood chipper. So funny to me that the term waifu literally comes from a joke in Azumanga Daioh and spread so far outside its original audience. It's such a useful term, though. Waifus are truly ubiquitous. And she was completely unfazed by that. Boss. The boss man is large man. Uh-oh. Ow. Don't shoot me in the face. I must ask politely. Okay. I need to explode everybody. That was one of the easiest beat-em-up bosses I have ever fought. That was shocking. And his head exploded. And his upper body exploded. Stage 2, start operate. You could put like a stage title there, you know. You don't have to tell me to start the operation. It's not like I have a choice here. This is simply the way I am programmed. Lots of exploding in games this week. Big game, consider this in arcades is basically an ultra-wide display by having 3 monitors displayed next to each other. That's pretty cool. Quit stabbing me in the ankles, God. Game does seem very generous with your health bar, but that was also stage 1, yeah. Yeah, there's no way to know how hard this gets without seeing it, so. I appreciate that your screen clearing supercharges pretty quick, too. Makes it easy to just pop it out whenever you feel. It's got a gorgeous remake with new playable characters on Steam and Switch. That's cool. Are the different characters that have different stats? Possibly. Quite possibly, in fact. Stop! Team behind the new Pocky and Rocky. Oh, cool. Robot. Robot Man kinda strong. Oh, here, have a propane tank. Oh, I think it's gonna explode. So I can't do any damage to this guy. Well, I guess now we get to... Oh, I got... Okay, I had to get behind him is all. Uh-oh, your head. Uh-oh, the rest of you. Throws are pretty fun. Just walk into somebody and eat them. Make them go places they don't want to go. Oh, God! All of her robot bits came out. Horrifying. Cough is really hanging in there. It's just... It's at its peak right now, because I've recovered from my illness otherwise, but this is the time when the cough gets the worst. Okay, I have something to show you. I gotta show you the box art for this game that is playing right now. You need to see this. This is called Kisho 777 Fighter. I think this was a Pachi slot game that we didn't get around to that one night. But yeah. Keep that in mind. Got nice music. Alright, so that was Ninja Warriors. Neither very challenging nor inventive. I wouldn't say either of those things are true, personally. I think that's just Nintendo power bloviating as usual. I had no idea if you're showing this the box art for Ninja Warriors or what. No, that was just, yeah. When I went to turn off the music to start the game, I was like, what the fuck is this? And I was like, I gotta show them that. Alright, Excalibur! New York of the future is a violent place where warlords fight each other for control of the streets. As a special forces agent armed with an awesome sword, is brave the danger to save your partner. Variety of play is impressive, especially the two-player battle mode, which is like a street fighting game. Good play control. However, in the scrolling game, the 6 stages are fairly similar. Game time for most players will be fairly short. Alright, Rocco's Modern Life, Spunky's Dangerous Day. Rocco the Wallaby must lead his pal Spunky through a dangerous world, but Spunky is blind to the peril and keeps moving forward. It's up to Rocco to prepare the way by cleverly dispatching enemies, creating bridges and passages, and in so doing, save Spunky from himself. Many of the stages almost seem like puzzles, but you have the added time element of Spunky moving steadily forward, forcing you to act. Oh god, it's one of these. It's one of these puzzly escort games. This is a very clever idea with some challenging puzzles to clear. The graphics based on the Nicktoons cartoons look great. The password allows you to skip levels you've already completed, but play control has too much drift, so you never really feel as if you have good control over Rocco. Since many of the puzzle elements require precise controls, this game can be overly challenging. Well, I got a bad feeling about this one, straight up. I'm just gonna put in... I'm pretty sure this is the only Rocco's Modern Life game on the Super Nintendo. I don't think anybody's gonna be confused by that. Surprised it took so fucking long for devs to be like, why don't we just make licensed games that let kids explore the worlds from the shows they like? It did take a very, very long time. Because, I mean, like, open exploration games weren't really a thing in this era either. You know? And even if you do want to look to something like Zelda, like, that is a huge, huge amount of effort for what's basically just going to be a cheap cash-in on an IP. Yeah, definitely became more of a thing in 3D, because once you're presenting people 3D worlds, I think people were a lot more inclined to explore them and seek out every nook and cranny of them. Whereas with 2D games, unless your game is explicitly designed to play that up, people aren't going to be so inclined. Oh good, it's a Viacom property, I guess. I love Rocco's Modern Life, by the way. Spunky's Dangerous Day. Spunky Day is a very dangerous day. Start easy game. Give me the easy.
Frisbee, Spunky.
Oh, they got voice clips. Nice.
Catch, Spunky.
Catch, Spunky.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Where you going?
Hi, Heifer. Bye, Heifer. Sand in your navel. Guide Spunky through the dangers of the beach to 4 golden hydrants. Use chairs, rafts, and other seaside stuff to get him there. Okay. We'll see what we can do. Okay, it said use chairs and such, but... What's he trying to do? Oh, I have like a bunch of items? I don't know how you interact with anything in this. Oh, okay. Oh, it's like a seesaw. Okay. Hang on, I got it. There we go. Okay. Now he's getting somewhere. Second to punch that crab in the face. Fuck that bird in general. Sorry, Spunky. Oh, shit. Oh, that's not good. Oh, God, my brain is exploding out of my skull. Everything is terrible. No, Spunky shit, fuck. Okay, so this kind of sucks. And yes, this is uneasy. Yep, a game that is entirely escort mission. You love to see it, don't you, chat? Oh, cool, I'm in. Okay, I'm done. Alright, this is tedious and awful, and I don't care. Eco is great, but this is no eco. You could fucking say that again. Jesus. Alright. Man. That was so bad. Krusty's Funhouse core? Yeah. Yeah, essentially. Alright, Bill Walsh Football Legendary. I don't care. Excellent play control. Play using past national championship teams. Five-player multi-tap options great. Password save in 11-game season. Play selection screen graphics are difficult to read. The on-field graphics aren't as sharp as Madden NFL 94. Real school names and logos are not used. Ah, well. Nevertheless. Alright, what else we got? Alright, Space Ace. Cartoons come to life when the evil Borf attacks Earth with a diabolical Infanto ray that turns everyone into babies. What? Take on the action role of Dexter. Earth hero must run, jump, blast away victory. Great graphics. It could be straight out of a cartoon or comic book. The play control is unforgiving. One slight misstep and Dexter bites it. As a result, you spend a lot of time covering the same ground. Gross. Awful. This is a Laserdisc game. I think this is different because this is a platformer. I know there was a Space Ace, like, Dragon's Lair style game. But this ain't it. This sounds like a really crappy platformer made in its image. Natsume Championship Wrestling. Good graphics, lots of moves, no real wrestlers, complex play control. I don't think anybody at Nintendo Power actually played this. When they're down to just like single line pluses and minuses, you can tell they just don't care anymore. Pirates of Darkwater was a really interesting series. This was like the highest budget TV animated show ever, and it lasted for like 5 episodes because the ratings weren't high enough to justify continuing production. It's 7+ stages of action on the 7 seas of Mare, where the king is dying and the private lord blah. Do anything to stop Ren, Eoz, and Tula from saving the world from the dark water. Looks like it's a beat 'em uppy kind of thing. Excellent character graphics, some interesting elements like the action, the backgrounds, the obstacles and traps you can make use of in your fighting strategy. The enemies are not very challenging, but they look great. The animation is stiff and depth perception can be difficult when you're fighting on the edge of a cliff. Reminiscent of Battletoads game. Not excited to hear that. Tula was a cutie. Tula was a cutie. I mean, Ren was a cutie, honestly. Why does Super Troll Island have screenshots for a CRPG? I don't know. I have never heard of Super Troll Island in my life, so I'm not 100% convinced it even ever actually came out. But I suppose we'll find out, won't we? Weird spiritual quadrilogy, Dragon's Lair, Space Ace, and the devs want to do 2 early point and clicks with the same tech. I know Pirates of Darkwater came out. That we don't have to worry about it. Sunsoft. On the distant and watery world of Mare, the dying King Primus escapes from the evil pirate lord Bloth to reveal to Ren his past and his destiny. Ren, the son of King Primus, must save the planet Mare and his home Octopon from the deadly Dark Water. By collecting all the treasures of Rule, Ren can control the Dark Water and return Mare and Octopon. There were like 23 treasures of Rule, if I remember correctly. They were super ambitious with this series. Ren and his crew, Iaz, the hardened ex-pirate, and Tula, the adventure-seeking heroine, must embark on a journey that will something. Constantly test Ren and his crew's strength and dedication towards the quest for the treasures of Rule. Alright, sorry, I'm gonna skip ahead. That is very... Ooh, this is pretty. That was a very plotting intro. Low strength, high agility, medium strength, medium... That's pretty straightforward. Let's be you. I want to watch this show. Sounds inspired. I would encourage you to check it out. Just understand that it is incomplete. They never finished it. The animation is fantastic. It's a very pretty show. It's got some interesting ideas in it. But yeah. Man, it's very large. Well, I killed the Dick Rider. Oh, there's another Dick Rider. Okay, I got him. Now we're down to Sickle Man's. No, the Dick Riders keep coming back. Different way I remember Pirates of Penzance. That was Tattoo Man. Punch his fucking tattoos off. Okay, I do have a special attack. Yeah, very final fighting. I mean, you know, Sunsoft, imitations is the highest form of flattery or whatever. That Dick Rider was riding a giant, a dragon. I ate a Minga melon. That guy doesn't even look like he wants to be here. I go back and watch this and Thundar the Barbarian. Oh my god, what the wow, what the fuck? Oh no, Conk. Am I yellow now? Cover me in some kind of goo? Ah. Oh, it's a lady pirate. Didn't even know they made a game for this show. I mean, this show was so short-lived. I'm not surprised that anybody missed out. Yeah. Goodbye, Sickle Man. Goodbye, self. I can skip that Minga melon. I also seem to have a time limit that's barely moving. I never understood those. I never understood the time meters that went down like 1 second every 10 seconds or something. Like, what's the point? If it goes so slowly that I can't actually perceive the passage of time, it's not a very useful countdown timer, is it? Because there's no way for me to plan based on that. Nautical time works different? It does. Definitely does. Oh, that's a very tall man. That is, in fact, a tall pirate. The tall pirate is known colloquially as Tall Pirate. Those guys with their coats off look kind of like Ganon to me. Oh, fuck you. Oh, fuck you too. No, I don't even want your melon. Tiny version myself. Okay, chat, go in. In the interests of time and getting through the rest of the evening, I'm gonna go ahead and stop here. This seems solid. This does seem fun. But yeah, I'm gonna move on since we are right here on the cusp of done. I just need to get through another like 3 pages or so. Yeah, it's decent. It's fine. It's pretty.
I like it.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Super Base is loaded too. Features mode 7 scaling on infield play, more traditional overhead look, yada yada yada. Infield animation looks great. Even with the DSP is slow, you can create your own teams, great stats. It's by the DSP chip. Super Base is loaded slow play, especially in the infield, and there are no licenses to add a sense of reality. Frank Welker did voice work for the cartoon. If you check the casts for like any 80s, early 90s cartoon, fucking Frank Welker and Peter Cullen were in everything. They never saw a job. They never met a job they didn't want to take. It is wild. Super Chase HQ, good graphics, passwords. Driving control doesn't feel very realistic, and the game is not overly challenging, whatever. Super Pinball Behind the Mask. The look, feel, and sound is real pinball, lots of bonus opportunities. The 3D perspective of the entire pinball machine being shown on one screen is a bit unusual, but the speed of the ball seems realistic whether it's back or front. Yeah, I mean, that's not even really a negative to me. Conk was voiced by Tim Curry. Damn, that's awesome. Yeah, I don't know. I don't expect Nintendo Power to pick up on the actual drawback of this game, which is, you know, lack of heart, lack of inspiration, lack of spirit. F1 pole position, good steering control, fun 2-player racer. The narrow view can make it difficult to see upcoming turns, and yeah, that does look pretty claustrophobic there, to be fair. I think my earbuds just died. They didn't do the normal, like, boop sound when they do that, but go ahead. And, oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Okay, Super Troll Island. I am so thoroughly unfamiliar with this. It's from American Softworks. No suggested retail price. Release date is March 1994, so it should already be out at this point. 4 megabits of puzzle action for 1 player. The trolls must bring light and color to their threatened world in this action game with a strong puzzle element. You can select 1 of 4 trolls, each with special abilities such as super jump, faster running speed, tremendous strength, and the ability to swim. In each short stage, the troll must gather items and restore color to a black and white world by covering the entire territory and reaching hidden areas. These screenshots don't seem to match. It's very odd. Good graphics and engaging puzzle solving. The theme is targeted to younger players. Those are not the screenshots of a younger focused game. Isn't much challenge. Most of the puzzles, the troll theme is dated. Okay. All right. This is very confusing. But let's see what we got here. Maybe we are fated to be trolled by Troll Island, chat. Maybe it's just trolls all the way down. I just hope they don't mean the trolls with the hair. I've had enough of those. Had enough of those to last me a lifetime. It's real, Super Troll Islands. Pretty sure they mean trolls with the hair. Oh, god damn it! Oh my fucking god. So basically, it's just one of those puzzle games where you have to... Yeah, you just have to touch everything. And that's that.
Wow!
Thanks, horrifying happy son. It seems like you can only pick up one item at a time. Jesus Christ, this is nightmare fuel, chat. Just like the fence painting. Ask where the hell does CRPG screenshots come from again? Nintendo Power had to fuck up. There's no way there's a straight, like a dungeon crawler played straight, like tucked away in this game. No fucking way. Yeah, believe me, I feel you.
Yay!
Oh, I died. Oh, what a shame. They don't wear pants, chat. They're just running around with their junk all out. God, the play control of this is awful. Everything happens at just like 1,000,000 miles an hour. It's so hard to keep anything straight. Yeah, I'm curious too. I would actually rather like to know what those screenshots were for as well. So are we not, oh no, we're not, fuck, we're not done yet, no. I saw troll dolls had a horrible look to them. Apparently lots of people found them cute. Oh my god, the level of precision required is awful. I hate it. I hate it, chat. I'm done. No more of this troll's torment. I'll spare you from that absolutely horrifying stage conclusion. But man, that was highly unexpected. Yeah, cool. Let's never do that again. Fun and games combines puzzles, arcade games, paint program, music editor, all in one pack. Puzzle lets you piece together creatures or outfits. There's 3 arcade games: or simple shooting or bopping games. Shoot the asteroid or bop the clown. Fun and games allow variety for younger players and artists, but none of the games, puzzles, or creative tools are very complex, and more advanced gamers may find them to be too limited. On the negative side, you may need the Super NES mouse for decent control, and if you have the mouse, most likely you also have Mario Paint. Hint, hint. Nudge, nudge. Moving on. All right. Rounding things out, we got Soccer Kid. Soccer fans should enjoy the theme and graphics. Soccer Kid uses unique methods to make his way in the world. The theme isn't for everybody. Don't confuse the action game for soccer sports game. Walt Disney's Jungle Book. Excellent animation, play control, make Jungle Book one of the best NES action games in a long time. Well, that might just be more a reflection of the market. Nintendo power. Great variety of stages, action. Disney fans will love it. Mine aside, Baloo doesn't sing. Great price. I'm not sure why great price is a negative, but whatever. Soccer Kid is kind of cool. I want us to finish the issue. We played it before, too, I'm sure. Mario's Time Machine. Better action interface and Mario's missing. The appeal of the game is very young, but young players may not have the reading skills to work through the quiz. Blues Brothers Jukebox Adventure. I could not possibly care less. Solid platform game with lots of challenge, but the Blues Brothers theme doesn't add anything to the game and seems dated. Tip Off is basketball. Fairly realistic full-court basketball game with some interesting options. However, the game can be quite challenging due to the difficulty of controlling passes and shots. Quarters are very short and games are therefore low scoring, which is the opposite of how a basketball game should be. And finally, we got Prehistoric Man. Fun, good graphics, play control, plus some entertaining stages and hidden areas. Arrows indicate the arrival of monsters, which diminishes the challenge. Some backgrounds are so dark, you could hardly see your prehistoric man. And that's it, chat. That's it. That will do it for the now playing. Wow, they had 4 releases this month that had Super in the name. But it looks like everything on the chart has been talked about. Yes. Yes, it has. And that's that. Alright, we got some rumors and some previews of stuff coming up. Bring back the Blues Bros. They look cute and kick Illinois Nazis. They do. They're the heroes we need right now. But we'll never have. Alright. So. Upcoming stuff. Project Reality, chat. All I remember about this is the diagram of the space shuttle going 16,000 miles an hour compared to a snail. About a month ago, Nintendo of America announced the games for the upcoming 64-bit Project Reality utilize a new generation of Super ROM chips with mega memory. It'll be 100 megabits, 5 times the size of today's biggest Super NES games, yada yada yada. The decision to use mega chips rather than CD-ROM came down to the need for access speed. To generate realistic, quick-moving graphic applications like flight sims and other 3D environments, you need almost instant access to a huge database. CD-ROMs have the huge database necessary, but their data retrieval or access times are at least 1 to 2 million times slower than the new chips. And everyone on their PlayStations really cares about that, clearly. I poured over these Final Fantasy 3 screenshots as a kid. Me too. Me too. Who's that mysterious, magical, green-haired lady? Me too. What do they say about it anyway? Touted as the biggest Final Fantasy game ever in Japan. Final Fantasy VI. Oh, they actually call it out. Which will be released in the US this fall as Final Fantasy 3. Made an early landfall in America when Producers Square translating and rewriting. Currently, the producers at Square are translating and rewriting the 700 pages of text and making graphic changes to enhance the play for American gamers. And by producers at Square, we mean one guy. One poor beleaguered man. But it's clear from the moment you plug in this pack that the game will blow away fans of Final Fantasy II and Mystic Quest with superior graphics. That's true. Many of the backgrounds and cinema scenes and battles are digitized images that give a more realistic feel to the game. Special Mode 7 stuff. So for the story, it's another fascinating mix of myth and technology, magic, reality. This Final Fantasy world has passed through an age without magic, and they developed a mechanical technology. But now certain people are beginning to use magic again that's causing problems. Thanks, Woolsey. Thanks, Woolsey. Remember to thank your Woolsey, chat. Variety of play throughout the game. You'll meet up with other characters and parties. You can join any of them. By doing so, you'll change the course towards the conclusion that's common to all the paths. I think this is a really ham-fisted way of describing when you get to choose which party to play through certain sections as. You do have to play through all of them. It doesn't make any actual difference, but there are a couple places where you can do that. Here. One trip through the game should take around 80 hours, which means you should be getting a lot for your money this October when the game ships. That's right, chat. Final Fantasy III will be featured in the magazine this year. And considering the speed at which we're going through these magazines, we might be there sooner than you think. Asp Airstrike Patrol is another Desert Strike style game. We got World Cup USA 94, which is whatever. Rise of the Robots is a legendarily bad fighting game. Kirby's T-Shot, I am honestly looking forward to playing, because I never got to play it when I was a kid. It's a Halloween game. It's a Halloween game, it turns out. Spectre, we played this a little bit. It's weird. Yeah, there's a Kirby golf game, and it's apparently really, really good. Oh, Monster Max is an interesting one. For those of you who like Sony's Altered Space for Game Boy, which was itself associated with Solstice and Equinox, these isometric platforming things. Yes, another game in the British isometric puzzler genus. Max, a teenage monster who just wants to have his own rock band, but an evil guy named Krond is ransacking the planet. Max must go into training to defeat the Fiend. Altered Space was rough. It's unfortunate too. I thought the sci-fi setting and robots would help it out a lot, but yeah, it is rough. And then Clay Fighter Tournament Edition, the next installment of the storied and tumultuous history of Clay Fighter. Okay, Pack Watch update. I will do the usual and just skim through this. Oh wow, they actually have a screenshot for 16-bit Dragon Warrior. Way to just disappoint people, Nintendo Power. All right, we got Barkley Shut Up and Jam on the way. I always want to say Barkley Shut Up and Jam Gaiden. I'm just so used to that. Activision's, Super Pitfall. Super Pitfall is coming, chat. There will be no escape from that bullshit. There's a new BattleTech game. Final Fantasy III. Also on the way is Breath of Fire. Now this is interesting. In Japan, Breath of Fire was a Capcom release that met with considerable success, but Capcom licensed the game to Square for the American market. So not only do we have Final Fantasy III coming up later in the year, we also have Breath of Fire on the horizon. Ever Vigilant Pack Watch reporters also came across Enix's 16-bit conversion of Dragon Warrior 1 and 2 for the Super Famicom. One of our Pack Watch testers cranked the stereo during the... Enix America Corp hasn't decided whether to translate the game and bring it out in the US, and they would love to hear from Dragon Warrior fans. So Nintendo Power did actually try to push a little write-in campaign to get Dragon Warrior 1 and 2 over here, and it didn't happen. News out of Bandai is Power Rangers, Popeye, Sylvester and Tweety, yes, there's a home improvement game, chat. Sports Illustrated for Kids, Crazy Chase, Mutant League Hockey, and of course, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Because buying the same game twice just isn't enough. You gotta buy it a third time too. And that's that. Oh boy, Lester the Unlikely Cars. This rock and roll racing card is horrific. Why would you do that? And that's it. We made it. 2 nights. Chat, we finished an issue of Nintendo Power in 2 nights. And I only had to go a little late tonight to do it. Also, I'm going to move so you can look at these ending screens and quiz yourselves. Gotta be right. It's gotta be a record. It's gotta be. Like, no question. Alright, next issue. Might not be all that much better, except for Super Metroid. We got a Jetsons game, Joe and Mac 2, Bonk's Adventure, Black Bass Lure Fishing, an all-new sports scene, which I am emphatically not going to give a shit about, and Super Metroid. So, sometime next week, before next Thursday, I'm going to talk to y'all about what we should do about Super Metroid, because I've done at least one full playthrough of Super Metroid. If y'all really wanted, we could do another one, or we could do something Super Metroid adjacent. Some kind of like a randomizer or something. Yeah. Seen so much Super Metroid, I'm not even excited by it. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. So, yeah, I'm not particularly inclined to do a full playthrough, but we could do something similar. Just do Axiom Verge. That would be funny. But yeah, we'll talk more about that next week. Certainly. Speaking of chat, that's it. We did it. All right. Absolute last chance to get in any Spooktober requests. This is your final countdown, chat. If there's anything else, I would not say no to Axiom Verge. I mean, I've already streamed Axiom Verge. It would have to be Axiom Verge 2 if I was going to do it. The ROM hack I've heard good things about. Could do the Super Metroid Link to the Past randomizer. That might be a bit much, because I don't do a lot of randomizers in general. Axiom Verge 2 is a game. But we'll talk more about it next week, so. All right, I'm closing it down. I'm shutting down the Spooktober request. You have had your chance. You've put them in. You've put in, chat, a grand total of 58 requests for me to parse through and build a schedule out of, and I will most certainly do that. So yeah. Anyway, schedule reminder, and then I'm getting y'all out of here. Tomorrow night, there is no stream. It is, of course, Sunday, and there is, of course, no stream on Sunday. Monday, we'll be back with Superland. I think we should be able to finish Superland next week, but I have no idea how many nights it's going to take. We are going to finish it, though. We will be back with the Power Hours on Thursday, and we'll be starting the May 1994 issue, Volume 60 already. Friday will be Community Night. We're going to play Spyro 2, and then the Power Hours will continue on Saturday. And then I'll go ahead and mention, a week from Monday is the official start of Spooktober. So be prepared for that, chat. Get excited. Get hype. Look forward to it. I guess sometime next week I'll spill the beans on what the schedule actually is. Once I've got it nailed down and made a couple decisions and stuff. Manic, that's way ahead of what I'm planning right now. I have no idea how long it's gonna take to finish Superland, so we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. And with that, go find somebody to rage, shall we? Let's see what we got. Well, Dama's up. Dama's up and playing Celeste, so we'll go hang out. That will be the play. All right, gang. Anyway, thank you so much for coming out tonight. Thank you for helping me set a land speed record for the Power Hours, man. 2 nights. 2 nights. And I mean, we still played a lot of interesting stuff. There were some good games. There was some garbage. It was still the full Power Hours experience. We just shot right through it. And for all I know, May might go the same way. But the only way to know will be to show up next week for it. So, hopefully, I will see you all on Monday when we pick back up with Superland. But until then, as always, y'all take care. Bye, everybody.